click is ETG. Eat the goose. Eat the goose. Yeah,
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
Don't shoot. Which I need some proof. Just watch my videos, man.
Video and then,
2 racks
you
a
just
week.
showing all your 2,500. I said, okay. All right, that's me with that.
68 hours, so it was $2,075.60.
I work like 70, I don't remember, like 73, 74 hours. I made like 3,400, close to 3,500.
I made $2,001.
62 hours, and I had 2,400.
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
Man, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Man, what's going on, people? Drum roll. Guitar. Piano. Man, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. You see the shirt. 2 racks a week challenge. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen, man. Here we have Quan, man. Quan, give a quick introduction. Let them know what market you driving in, what platform you drive on.
Okay, well, I'm Quan, and I'm representing these Eagles right here.
Okay.
So obviously, I'm from Philadelphia on the East Coast. We run in the NFL right now. So we're gonna do our thing tomorrow at the Super Bowl. With that being said, as far as driving, I drive for Lyft and Uber. Okay, on Lyft, I do Lyft Lux, and from time to time I do regular Lyft.
Okay.
On Uber, I do Uber Premier, I do Comfort, and from time to time I do X. I try to steer clear of the low-level rides unless there's a reason for me to jump on.
Okay, nice. And
Yeah.
how long have you been driving?
I've been driving, I want to say, 6 years, but the whole pandemic I didn't drive.
Okay.
I had a whole nother business going on, and I just felt it was unnecessary to just jump on the platform when people was out there, struggling to eat,
Yeah.
fighting for rides. I mean, I just didn't feel good with that. You know what I mean? So I let them have it for 2 years. So I want to say about 4 years, but I've been turning it up lately, though. You know what I mean? I got to get those 2 racks a week. You know what I'm saying? And the only
Yeah,
way to
yes,
get that
sir.
is to go out there and drive. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Since you brought up the 2 racks a week, let the audience know exactly how many hours and how much money did you make?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the money first. I made $2,030, and I was multi-apping. So I did about 890 on Lyft, 61 rides. Let's say I was on for. Let me just see. I just had it up.
Yeah,
It's
61
at
rides for 860. Here it go, right. Oh, I forgot I got there it
the
go.
little glare.
Focus.
Yeah, there you go.
860.
860, 32 hours. As far as Uber, I think Uber
Here it
clocked me in at
go.
like 50,
Bam.
50 something.
48
You
hours,
know.
40 minutes for $1,160. So y'all see it, man. Y'all see the numbers right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. You
So
know, but I'm
not
gonna
too
be honest
shabby.
with you.
Hmm.
It's not too shabby at all. You know what I mean? I stole that. I'm bringing that to the East Coast.
Hey
Not
man, go
too
ahead.
shabby.
Go ahead.
We can share that. But to be honest, since I'm multi-app, uh, the Uber the Uber hours are actually much less because I got a little hack that I do with the Uber. Since they always hacking us, we gotta hack them back.
Of course.
So basically, what I do is when I'm driving on Lyft, I keep Uber on like pit stop mode. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So I don't know if y'all, I don't know if the app is different from state to state, but I keep it in pit stop and it runs 2 15-minute timers. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? And then eventually, after the first 15 minutes, it asks you, do you want to stay on? If you hit no, it'll add another 15. Then after 30 minutes, it'll just log you out.
Hmm.
So a lot of those hours were on pause mode. So
Okay.
I actually probably did 2,000 in probably like 50, 55 hours.
Oh, okay. I
You know
see
what
what
I'm
you're saying.
saying?
Yeah.
So and what that enables me to do, and if you got pit stops, anybody out there has pit stops, I encourage them to do it if they multi-apping. But what it allows you to do, it allows you to still pick up the surge.
Okay.
So if I'm doing Lyft and I go to the stadium and Uber is plus 20, but I got a Lyft Lux with a surge, it allows me to grab that surge on Uber and keep
Mm.
it. You know what I'm saying? So when I drop those people off and I go back to doing Uber, I still have a surge. You know what I
Oh,
mean? So
that's nice.
that's a little hack that I have that we got to get it out there for the people to utilize. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
and at that moment, I'll turn the X on because that'll make a nice small X real beautiful. You know what I mean? So that's a little hack that I do, and I do it quite often, as much as I can.
All right.
As much as I can.
Yeah, man. That's shit, man. Yeah, it's a lot of ways, to make this money,
Yeah.
especially multi-apping, man. But we're gonna dive into that here in a little bit. What made you even get into like, doing like ride sharing? What were you doing, prior to, driving Uber and Lyft?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm a chef. I went to culinary school.
Okay.
I've been doing the chef thing since I was a teenager, just working in restaurants. And I had an opportunity where I was working in the daytime, so I had my nights free. I was in here watching basketball, football, sports, TV, Netflix, all of that stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, these boys getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching people who getting paid.
Hmm.
So what I decided was I signed up for Lyft and I just started driving and I just caught the bug.
Yeah.
So instead of watching TV and spending time on the couch, I just went out there and started driving, and
Okay.
making that money,
Yeah.
So I mean that's where it started at, and I've
Hmm.
been doing it ever since,
All
so
right.
much so that I'm doing it to this day.
Right. Man, you man, you mentioned something very interesting, like when you was saying how you was watching sports and stuff. You like, I'm over here watching these dudes, making
Yeah.
handsome living. They up here getting richer and richer, and I'm just sitting here watching. What made you like? What was it in your mind at the time that you was telling yourself like, I gotta get up off here and try to get some more money, man? Like I'm watching these, people live the life that they, dream about. What
Yeah.
made you just want more?
Well, you know, to be honest, I have children, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got kids. I actually got adult children. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So they need money too.
Okay.
So it's like, I mean, we all need bread. We all need some type of extra funding. And I like to do things. I mean, I like nice things. So and the only way to get it, besides robbing and stealing, is to get it on your own. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, I mean, who want to be out here robbing and stealing? So
Right.
I mean, I just thought about it like, it was an opportunity. I'm a go getter anyway. I'm multi talented. So I just decided that it's worth a shot. I
Yeah.
knew a lot of people who was driving on rideshare, but I knew they didn't have what it takes to really make the money or
Okay.
consistently. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? And once I started to add that rideshare money to my regular money, it was just like bananas.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I'm getting a check from
Yep.
working, and then I'm getting this extra money on the side. I mean, it was like the best feeling ever.
Yeah, man.
So it was like
That,
that.
that's I always say that, like, cause people they'll see some of my videos and some of like my numbers. I'm like, man, even if you can make $400 or $500 a week, that's 1,600,
Hmm.
2,000, and eventually more. Because if once you fall in love with it, and once you like, damn, let me try to make more, because that $400 or $500 could go to 800 to $1,000 a week on
Yeah.
top of what you're making at your normal job, man. So yeah, man, that's a good
Exactly.
mindset to have. How did you,
Yeah.
come across like the 2 racks a week challenge?
The 2 racks a week challenge. I mean, it came from you. I'm on YouTube. I'm always looking for a leg up. I'm always looking for an advantage. I'm
Hmm.
always looking for motivation. When I first started driving, it was something I watched a video on YouTube, and the guy said, if you're going to do rideshare, if you treat it like a job, you're gonna get paid like an employee. But if you treat it like a business, you'll get paid like a boss.
Mm.
And that stuck with me. And then, fast forward to now, I come across your channel, and I mean, I see what you're doing, uh, and I'm just like, wow, it's like the motivating factor. That was a tipping point. You know what I mean? And it's like, how you gonna do this and have one foot in and one foot out? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta push yourself. And every time I felt like, man, it's slow out here. I want to go home. I just thought about you. I just put your videos on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And you just kept pushing me.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's major, and that's what we got to do as drivers. I mean, we got to push one another. To get this money, and I mean, as long as we keep doing that, they're gonna have to come correct. And
Yeah.
if they don't come correct, then I ain't taking that ride. Then,
Right.
bottom
Right.
line.
Right. Right. Man. Shit. Well, thanks for like I said earlier, like getting on, sharing the message, and yeah, man, the money's out here, and that's why I wanted to spread more awareness, just because there's so much negative content out there, people making excuses and complaining, and I had already pushed myself, but I was also curious what other people can make in their market,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
shout out to you
Well,
for even coming on, and
I appreciate it.
do you remember exactly what I said that just sparked you? Like, what? Let me go out here. I'm about to try this 2 racks a week challenge. See if I can make
Well,
$2,000.
it was the whole "don't be a nerd" commentary. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
You put the calculators away. You know what I'm saying? Just go out there and drive.
right.
And that's basically, what pushed me over the edge. You know what I'm saying? You put
Hmm.
your stats up, uh, and you show the real numbers. I mean, a
Hmm.
lot of people just out there like, if they showing numbers, if they showing numbers, they complaining about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You showing numbers and we loving it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, that's where I'm at. I'm not going with the negativity.
Right.
I'm not going with the people complaining. I'm not going with the people who just, you know what I mean, who really not trying to do it. They in for a few months and then they out.
Right.
You got 30,000 trips. I mean,
Yeah.
plus trips, so why not listen to what you got to say?
Right.
You know what I
One
mean?
foot,
Why
like you
not?
said, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, man. That's how people are. Or they try for a week and they try to have an opinion. Like, bro, shut up, man.
Exactly.
Like,
Shut
shut
up.
up, man. Nobody gonna listen to you. But yeah, like before you even started, really grinding and trying a bit harder. What was the most you made, prior to making 2,000?
I mean, I hit like 16 or 1700 a few times.
Okay.
You know, I take advantage. You know what I'm saying? I live in the city, like in the heart of the city.
Hmm.
So it's like it's easy for me to get to the airport, to the stadiums, to downtown.
Yeah.
It's real easy. So if it's like I'm checking the app to see what's going on. So if I see an opportunity, I'm jumping on it. It was a time where it started snowing here, like 12 in the afternoon on a work day.
Mm.
And I left work. I said, look, I'm going to get more money out there than here.
Yeah.
And I mean, I drove till they kicked me off. I
Hmm.
think I did like 8 or 900 that day. And
Damn.
that's when it was good when they used to do the multiplier.
Yeah.
That's when money was flowing. And I did it all on X. So
Hmm.
I'm just ready to jump on it at any given moment. And I understand that. The thing about it is, the money is made not when it's busy. You know what I mean? The money is made during the grind of the day. You
Ooh.
know what I'm saying? That's where the money made at. That's the difference. If you're not gonna do it during the grind of the day, you ain't gonna make 2,000.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You dig me? So that's where I had to push myself, and that's where you was like, yo, get out there, put your time, get up, do your 6, 7. By the time 12 o'clock come, you should have put at least 6 hours in. You know what I'm saying? Take a little break and then keep pushing. So
Exactly.
what I mean, once I followed that blueprint, I mean, at the end of the week, you seen what it was. It was
Ex-
it was two
yes, sir.
racks.
Yeah, man. I like how you said that, man. The money is made. Pretty much, the money is made like when you grind and when you really pushing yourself, especially
Yeah,
when it's slow. Like if stuff popping, stuff going on in your city, it's easy to make money. But when it's
Yeah.
slow and you thinking about like, damn man, maybe I should go home. Like,
Yep.
is it worth it? Like, is it over? Like,
Hmm.
now that's when people get fearful and they just give up and quit, and that's when they have to could take control of their mind and like I'm just gonna stay out here and try my best, man. And a
Yeah.
lot of times you end up looking for the rewards that you set out to get. Like it'll start off slow, then next you get a couple good trips, then you
Yeah.
like, damn, like you
You on
back in
your
the
way.
game. like
Exactly.
like yeah,
Exactly.
I'm back in the game, man. So
Hmm.
you went from like 15, 16, 1700 making $2,000. Like once you seen that, like damn, I finally made $2,000 in this week. How did that feel, man?
I mean, it felt great, and to be honest, I was on my way home at $1,970. It was
Mm,
like it was at one. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, "Yo, if I don't get a $30 ride, I'm
I'm
going home
going
with
home.
1970." And look, you know what popped up? A $50 ride popped up. You know
And
what
you
I'm
was like,
saying?
ah,
You know what? And it was a ride that I probably wouldn't have normally taken. But guess what? It was 2 racks on the line. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't come here without those 2 racks. Though
right.
taking that ride put me on this platform right now. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So it was well worth it, to do it. And to be honest, I mean to do it the first week that I set out to do it. You know what I
Ooh,
mean? That was
okay.
major. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, you dropped the video. I mean, you dropped the video, and I was just like, that's it. No more excuses. You know what I'm saying? No more coming home, taking a nap in the middle of the day. None of that, pushing money to later tonight. None of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm going to start good, and then, I'll rest later. You know what I mean? I'll rest later.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, but I was excited, man. I mean, I probably couldn't even sleep. I think I was so eager to send you those pictures that I was like, I'm, I'm watching the feed like, yo, is he gonna look? Is he gonna look?
Oh
You
yeah.
finally gave me a shout out, and I was like, bet. So that was the cherry on top.
Right, man. Man, I'm glad that you did it, cause man, if you'd have went home with 1970, you'd have went to sleep, and you'd have woke up and you'd have been pissed. You'd have
Yeah,
been mad. You'd be
yeah,
like, dang man, I should have just did at least one more ride.
yep, yep. And you know what?
Cause
It came through.
hmm yep,
You
man, it
know.
happens like that. And it's funny
Hmm.
because a couple people, who did the 2 racks a week challenge, they said that like, man, I had like, 20 minutes left. I was like, man, come on,
Hmm.
just give me a ride so I could get it. And they ended up getting it, man. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
I'm happy that you
yeah.
got that, man. So
I want to do it
uh,
again. I want to do it again. I
okay.
want to do it. I want to do it over and over. I mean, listen, them 9 racks you put up in January,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get like that,
Oh
no
man,
doubt.
that's definitely gonna come. Especially as the year progress and things pick back up. I mean, shit. It's still kind of like the slow time, like
Yeah.
February. But once the weather start break, spring, summer, yeah, it's
Hmm.
gonna really get rolling, in my opinion,
Exactly.
man. But yeah, like you said, man, you ready to make more money. So like, why do you think this 2 racks a week challenge is just important? For most people to even try to make it or make two
Uh,
thousand dollars. Like
Listen, if you see it in your bank account, that's all the reason you need. I mean, for real, it's like it's
facts.
it's, it's game changing money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I figure it like this. I can go work for somebody else and have to ask them for days off, and I need time off, and I can't be late, and this, that, and the third. Or I can get it on my own. And I mean, I'm betting on myself. I'm betting on my drive. I'm betting on me. So it's like, if you put in 6 to 8 thousand in your bank account every month, I'm thinking about doing, this thing called 5 and 1. Where I push to get 2 racks 5 weeks in a row, and then take a week off.
Mm-hmm.
5 and 1, 5 and 1, 5 and 1. You know what I'm saying? And if I can pull that off, then I'm good.
Yeah.
And that for me would be excellent. you know.
Yeah.
But that money in your account, when it comes time to pay this and pay that and take care of this and take care of that, it's there for you.
Right.
You know, and ain't nobody gonna give it to you. You
Yeah.
know, and if you waiting for that, you're done.
Yep. Not only my thing is it's not only like the money, man. I think once people actually make it, they start to think differently. Like how you
Yeah.
just said, oh, 5 and 1. Like if I can make 2,005 and 1, it's like now it's like you had like an epiphany, like your mind, like your brain just
Hmm.
open up and start expanding to new ideas. Like, damn, if I can make $2,000, potentially 100,000 a year from driving, I could open up my mind and I'm way more capable of doing greater things than what I even imagined. And I
Yeah.
think that's what's like missing, for most people if they're working a job, because it's easy to get complacent. You
Yeah.
getting a check, you could shit, as long as you show up on time and you're not a dickhead, you get a check and you don't get fired. But now all this is on you. Like you in control of what you can make. And it's like, are you gonna push
Hmm.
yourself? Are you really gonna try to set out to get the the income that you want, or are you just gonna make excuses and make complaints, man? Like people
Yeah.
get it done out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I mean, and like you say, you always say what you doing besides, driving. What's your plans besides driving? What else are you working on? You know what I'm saying? And for me, anything that you're working on outside of driving take funding.
Yeah.
It's going to take some type of money. So
Hmm.
like I said, I'm a chef by trade. And I'm not going to abandon that.
Mm.
So I have to figure out how I'm gonna let this money on Uber and Lyft, help me in my other endeavors, and that's what I spend a lot of my downtime thinking about.
Okay.
How I'm gonna make my next move. How can I get into a car for free? How can I? I mean, because there's companies out there that have budget dollars, money, plenty of money, car dealerships that got plenty of money they spend on advertisement. What better
True.
advertiser than the Uber driver? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it's like, people can touch and they can feel and they can sit in these cars, and like I said, and I've been a 5-star driver on both platforms basically the whole time I've been on there,
Hmm.
so the customer service is A1,
Okay.
and I mean, I've done between both of them, I think I've done like at least 13, 14,000 rides,
Yes, sir.
without incident, without
Yeah.
incident.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm always thinking about what we gonna do next. But it starts with this 2 racks a week though.
Yes, sir. Man, you hit the nail on the head, man. Starts with 2 racks a week next, and trying to figure out other things. I truly believe most people they don't think at all. I'm pretty sure that even if you talking to passengers, most people they just live day by day. Whatever happens, happens. No goal, no
Hmm.
ambitious. It's just I get my check Monday through Friday. I work. Then on the weekends, maybe I'll do something fun, go out and drink, and relieve stress. But I like how you the way you think, man. That's how I look at it. That's why I don't make
Yeah,
excuses as far as driving because it's so many other things that each and every one of us can do besides driving. We are not limited, and also we are not victims. We volunteer,
yeah,
to do this, man. So I like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I remember earlier you said that you do like the more like the premier services for Uber and Lyft. You do like Uber, what premium and Lyft. What was the other one
It
for
was
Lyft?
called it's called Uber Premier, which used to be Uber
Yeah.
Black.
Hmm.
They changed it to Premier, then Lyft Lux.
Okay.
Uh, so basically, I was it was a time where I only did X, regular Lyft. But I don't know if you notice this or not, or know this or not, but Philly is a dangerous city. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Last year had the most murders of any city in the country.
Hmm.
And not only that, is the most we had the most people living below the poverty line here in Philly. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So you couple those two things together, it's dangerous. And doing Uber, you never know where you're gonna pop up at. So I noticed that the X rides was putting me in places and situations that wasn't beneficial to my health. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All the time. So I had to think outside the box. And one of the things I thought about was, maybe I need to take this to the luxury line, and so that's what I did. I was rolling in a Avalon, which was cool. But when I switched over to the Lexus, it became even better. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it gave me more options. Even though I still do X and regular Lyft, it just gave me more boxes to check. And typically for a ride that may be $80 on Uber X, maybe 250 on Premier
Woo.
or Lyft Lux. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's like you can't, you can either hit a home run or you can hit a grand slam. So that Lux and that Premier allow me to hit some grand slams from time to time.
Yeah, man. Damn, that's a good way to look at it. I never looked at it from that angle, and your situation is totally different from mine's, of course. But I like the way that you thought about it. Like you said, you thought outside the box, and man, your life is valuable, man.
Yeah,
At that point, man,
exactly.
people over here get robbed, and it could be a potential danger. It's
Yeah.
like shit. Well, if I'm be doing this, let me try to maximize it as much as
Hmm.
possible by doing the more premium service because you get a whole different type of clientele, and
Yeah.
that kind of mitigates, someone like the risk, man. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It
definitely.
does.
Hmm.
It does, without a doubt. Because I mean, people with those masks on. I mean, it get cold here, so they wear a different type of mask. You
Oh
know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So it's like you picking 3, 4 people up. You know what I'm
it could be
saying?
sketchy.
It's
Like,
exactly. It could be sketchy, and even though I never had a problem, you just still got to have your head on the swivel. And
always.
but yeah, that changed the game for me, without a shadow of a doubt. It was a game changer. But
Hmm.
it's kind of, I mean, it's a whole nother conversation. But that Tesla is kind of ruining the whole platform though out
Yeah.
here. You know what I'm saying? It's ruining the platform out here, so
What you
kind of
mean?
sucks. Uh, because they moved the Tesla. They came out. It was Comfort Electric here.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? And they moved it over to Uber Premier.
So it's taking some of the rides from you.
It's taken a lot of the rides.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
That's what had me have to rethink my approach, because I went from doing like 50 to 60 Premier rides a week to doing single digits in a week.
Mm.
Because they out here wasting their time and their energy renting these Teslas, and Uber showing them preferential treatment, giving them rides, and people hate them. I mean, out here people hate them,
Hmm.
and they cancel them out when they see them coming, because I mean the honeymoon is over for them things,
Right.
and they dogging them. You can get a Tesla out here on X, Comfort Electric, Premier, every level of Uber you can get a Tesla, so it don't have no value.
Yeah.
So they flooding the market, man.
That's
They
that
flooding.
is true, man. That is true because it's like, okay, now I can do all these rides, but if the person, like you said, they get an Uber X or something, they still can get that. They can still get the
Yeah,
Tesla.
yeah,
Even
and I mean we need customers to spend money. If they ain't spending no money, if they got if we gotta just do, like, I didn't get the Lexus to do Uber X per se. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying? Exclusively. Let me say that exclusively. Other if that was the case, then I would have went in another direction. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? But it's about to end anyway. The Tesla thing about to end anyway. Because they done put a beating on them cars, so they're not going to replenish them. Trust me
Mhm.
when I tell you. There's no. Once that well run dry, that's it. So it's going to go back to, the water and hole going to be opened back up real soon.
Yep. Yeah, then, yep. Then once people find out, like, damn, man, I can't keep paying for this. I'm about to just go ahead and turn it back in, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I sent everybody that Tesla video
Okay.
you did. Listen. As soon as it dropped and I watched it, it went out. You know what I'm saying? Because I know about maybe 50 or 60 people with them. You know what I'm saying? I know
Hmm.
too many people with them, and I knew somebody that kept it for a year. You know what I'm saying? And and they doing the all wheel drive dual motor. So the price was even higher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we only had one supercharging station in Philly. You know
Oh
what I'm
man.
saying? So they out here spending the night at the charger. You know what I'm saying? So
Just
it's
to drive that
ridiculous.
car, man.
Just to drive their car, just to be zippy. Broke but they
Yeah.
look nice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's man, it's not even worth it. But yeah,
Nope.
they gonna fall short. Turn that bad boy in pretty soon, man. But yeah,
Exactly.
man, I like the way how you broke everything down, and the market is flooded with those. I see them all the time out here now, and you can easily tell. You look at the back license plate, you see like the little registration, that white tag, and
Mhm.
you're like, oh, okay, you
Mhm.
got the rental. Like you probably,
Yeah.
yeah, this my car. Like,
It's the rental.
that's the rental. Like,
Yeah.
don't
Well,
don't bet.
out here they fish bowls,
Mhm.
because since they're rental, they not tenant.
Right.
We big on the tent out here.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though it's against the law, people even tint
That front.
they windshield. Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, so it's like, soon as you see a Tesla with no tent, it's a dead giveaway. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it sucks, but they signing up for it.
Okay. Yep.
They
I
signing
mean,
up for it.
yeah, that's all they. That's all they. Shit. Good luck to them, man. So, talk about ways. Since you've been driving, I guess working. For yourself, like how is that different compared to working a 9 to 5, as far as like some of like the disciplines that you have to have, how you got to be structured? How are you able to do that? What are some things that you do?
Okay. First of all, if I don't drive, I don't eat. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? That's number one. If that don't motivate you enough, you got some serious issues. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You know, a lot of people count on me, and I'm an example to others. Just like you're an example to people, I'm an example to people too.
Hmm.
And they look up and they look at what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? How I'm going about it, how I carry myself, and the result of the time that I put in. And with that being said, people don't really give me too many problems.
Hmm.
People don't get in the way of what I'm trying to do. So that's basically it. And I mean, you have to put the time in. If you're not gonna put the time in, there's no point. You just get off the platform and let us who willing to put the time in just get the money.
Right.
And that's just the bottom line. And what I like about it over just punching a clock is, like I said, I mean, I don't have to answer to anybody. Like I tell my riders, like, listen, don't make no mistake about it. I don't work for Uber. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it seem like this is my job. I don't have to take you nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? Because, you know, I mean, once I start thinking about it like that, it changed the game, because people are curious,
Hmm.
and people like sternness. People like being dealt with up front.
Hmm.
They don't like to be danced around or the fake facade put on, and my customers like it. They enjoy it, and they appreciate, me being up front like that, and to be also, what really made the difference when I started looking at the rides as an offer. You know what I'm saying? This is what you're offering me to do, to pick these people up and take them where they need to go. And if I don't like your offer, I don't take the ride.
Right. Right.
And the thing about it was, when you start talking about the miles and this, that, and the third, I had to laugh, because I found myself falling into that. You know, but when I let that go, and a lot of it has to do with letting things go. Letting go of certain routines you may have, letting go of people you may be in your life, letting go of, you know, the negativity, and once I started to do what's best for me, because I don't know if they running this out there, but they got the whole go diamond, get an extra 475 or whatever,
Right. Right.
and I realized that it's a sham, because they basically holding money that they should have gave you in the
The
first place.
first place, yeah.
You know what I mean? They just releasing to you money that you should have earned in the first place. You know, because if you really look at, I mean, 5 miles should be the same no matter what. How 5 miles different? You know what I'm saying? 10 miles different, 100
Right.
miles different. You know what I'm saying? So once I stopped caring about status, diamond, gold, platinum, acceptance rate, cancellation rates. Once I stopped caring about that, they started to offer me more money per ride.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like just like the app update, I update too. You know, you
Facts.
know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, I update too. So, I mean, I mean, with freedom comes great responsibility. So, I mean, the responsible thing to do, just to go out there and get those 2 racks, man. You know, get those 2 racks. That's the bottom line.
Yes, sir.
Straight to the bottom.
Yep, man. Go out there, get those 2 racks, and shit. You got to catch them before they catch you, man. So now you got the opportunity to pick and choose your rides, and it's war out here.
Yeah,
We
it
trying
is
to
war.
maximize our earnings, and if the passengers can't get picked up, I mean, we would like to pick them up, but hey, man, we got to do what's best for us. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
so like,
yeah,
but I'm like that too. I don't really look at the diamond status and all that and the benefits and oh yeah, if you would this type of tier driver, you get the rewards. Ain't no rewards, man. I need more. I want money. That's what I want.
yeah,
Just keep giving me
yeah.
money. I don't care about no free online uh education at ASU. Like come on, man. Like I
Yeah,
don't care
you
about that.
know, yeah,
Show me
and
the
that's
money.
facts. That's facts. Show me the money. You know, and it's up to us to go get it. Yeah, it's out there. We just got to go get it. You know, we can't get hung up on the naysayers. You know what I mean? Like if you're not doing it, then move out the way. You know, it's
Exactly.
like people ask me all the time. Well, when I sign people up, they're like, well, what's the best time to drive? And I'm like, come on, man. The best time to drive is all the time. You know what I'm
I
saying?
say the
It's like,
same.
I mean, when I'm gonna give you the recipe to something that ain't there,
Right.
you know. So hey, that's what it is. What it is.
Yeah, you could drive literally any time of the day, whatever fits your personality, your schedule, and because everybody's situation is different. But hey, man, you can make money 24 hours a day because people, is somebody out there who gonna need a ride at
Hmm.
some time of the day, man. And the longer
Yep.
you on, then people waking up. They're gonna continue to need rides. But yeah, before
Mhm.
we get up out of here, man, I want you to leave, like the new drivers or the existing drivers who haven't made, $2,000 yet, man. Some type of, last minute like closing thoughts or, motivation.
Yeah. So I mean, the motivating thing that I have is get started early. You know, jump on it on Monday. You know, prepare yourself to jump on it Monday and Tuesday. I mean, that's going to lead you to 2,000. You know,
Mm,
and it's because if you wait and you wait and you wait, you're not going to hit it. You know, so if you start your Monday off $300-400, Tuesday $200-300, it makes it possible for you to get to that number by the end of the week and set a goal. You know, and if you set a goal and get it every day, it just each and every day you're going to push to achieve that goal again.
yeah.
And when you put it all together, I mean, you're going to see the results that you want to see, and you're going to realize that it not only works with Uber and Lyft, it just works in real life. Period.
Mm,
I mean, so it's like when you look at things like that, but it's all on you. You know what I mean? And get started and aim high. And if you aim for 2,000, you only end on 15. I mean, that's not too shabby either. You
yeah,
know what
it's
I
not.
mean? So I mean, it is
Then
what
try
it
again
is.
next week. Yeah, that's
Try
what I'm
again
saying.
next week.
It's every week is a battle. Every week something different happens. Like even like for me this week, I was like, all right, Monday, I got out, went to the car, see my damn fucking low air pressure tire. I'm like, dang,
Hmm.
man, I had 3 nails and 2 tires. I had like 2 nails in the front tire and a nail in the back. I'm like, what is this? So, you just you'll be throwing curveballs, but, over time you'll learn how to deal with adversity. And if you don't make 2 racks a week, 1 week, go back, do like inventory, but okay, what I did wrong. Okay, what can I do better this week? All right. And just try again, man. The money's gonna be out here, but it all depends how you show up as a person, your mindset, and are you able to deal with stress and are you able to overcome adversity? A lot of people they make too many excuses. That's number one. Number two, distractions. I think that's pretty much for a lot of people. They just too distracted. Now, a lot of people transition to doing this. They don't, they drive. Oh, my homeboy hit me up. Now I'm about to go kick it with him. The next, they waste the whole day or the whole weekend, and then they don't end up hitting their goals, man. So
Exactly. Exactly.
It's
I got
money
one
out.
more
Yeah, go ahead.
other piece of advice.
Yeah,
So,
go ahead.
Also realize that all your rides not going to be good. Once you come to the realization that every ride not going to be good, it's going to help you deal with the rides that are not good. Sometimes you got to take a bad ride for the team.
Yeah.
And when I mean team, for yourself, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, somebody might get in the car that stink. I mean, it is what it is. Don't let it end your day.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Keep pushing, and just chalk it up to one of those instances where, this wasn't a great ride. You know what I mean? And once you start doing that, you start realizing that, it's just a part of the whole puzzle, you'll be good to go. But I encourage everybody to go out there and push to get those 2 racks. And once you get them, the feeling we've been having. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. No doubt.
It's been about I think you're the 46th person, and we got some more coming up. They already hit me up, so this movement gonna continue to go, man, and we're gonna get the message out there. 2 racks a week, man. That's just starting. For most people to readapt their mindset, and it's the beginning for a lot of people to start to do great things, man. Push yourself, rely on yourself, and just
go get
be
it.
Self-disciplined, man, and learn and grow. And that's pretty much it. Like you said, man, the things that you could do driving Uber and Lyft, you could apply outside of driving. It's bigger than just driving. Like, it's not even about Uber and Lyft or nah, man. It's we becoming better people in the process. That's
exactly.
That's what this 2 racks a week movement represents, man. But Quan, man, I want to thank you once again, man, dropping these gems. Hopefully your Eagles win tomorrow. So,
hopefully.
So that's gonna be a good
we
game.
Definitely gonna win tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna start early, I'm gonna start early tomorrow so I can catch it.
Yeah. It's gonna be bananas. It's gonna be pandemonium. And they're gonna be they're gonna be winners like we are. You know what I mean? And and I like to thank you. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep pushing. Keep putting up content that's legit. That's for real. You know what I mean? Keep being who you are.
Thank you.
Know what I mean? And you definitely one of a kind in my book, man. And I don't care what nobody got to say in the comments or nothing about anything. You know what I mean? You put up. It's put up and shut up. And you put up time and time and time again. The proof is in the pudding. And man, listen, it's a blessing that I came across this, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
That's why I like these calls, man. I appreciate that very much. But y'all know what time it is. We about to end this thing with a drum roll. Guitar. Piano. Got the 2 racks a week. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, holla back. Peace.
Ronnie Speed. Yeah, Ronnie Speed. 60 hours.